Good evening, Zelda 1 Randomizer fans. We have the weekly race. It is the return of the Champion's Choice. We are in the third week. We started with the SGL 2023 flags. We restored the swords. We added extra bosses this week. That last one, the extra boss was courtesy of the left challenger, Opno Point, who won last week. And we also have Town, along many other racers in the background. I'm Kairos, joined Alsoa, who's also hitting those buttons tonight.
Quack, quack.
So where will we start off tonight?
I think we're going to start off in the Deadwoods.
Yeah, I think it's a easy start shuffle for. Yes, it is easy start shuffle still, so it won't be any place totally obnoxious. But it could still be the opposite end of the map of our sword.
Yes. I'm not quite sure what Opno's sprite is.
Using the golf set. Oh, the sword right here. On the start screen, and it's here.
Okay, I predict level 1's going to be at level 1.
We have some randomization, probably.
Well, there's Gurias on the overworld.
That might be an alternative sprite set for both of them. No, probably not. And we got an early bomb drop for Opno.
Bombs are usually a good thing. Opno's going to go check the bomb spots here. Start of Sighttown's going to go check the river. There's no crying in Zelda, according to that person. So, this is a second quest money overworld.
Only one big secret, which may or may not be actually big.
I predict 50, 25, and 1, the minimum for all the secrets. And there's just no money in the seed.
Well, the with all the overworld blocks possible, it's just probably going to be blocked later, so we won't really find it until it's important.
Well, we found both of the hint caves already.
Well, that's not useful.
Beware the flood!
Yeah, how about some deceptive hints next week?
I'm gonna guess that the flag of choice will be Heart Shuffle. It's the most generic choice, safest choice.
We have seen that ring shop a couple times with the cheap bait at 52.
Yeah, but I don't think the runners are going to buy bait until they have to.
No.
And even then, they're probably not going to want to buy it. But at least we don't have to worry about the bomb spot, as there's a level 9 in the corner, and you don't start on the bottom row.
Hopefully we'll get a map of that later.
I'm predicting 9 is going to be incredibly weird.
So we got Stalfos on the overworld, which means that we have more things on the overworld that can shoot us.
What, you mean you don't like just being shot at every 2.5 seconds?
It hurts a lot.
Only if you get hit. If you don't get hit, it doesn't hurt.
Alright, let's see level 1 right here at level 1, right?
Yeah, totally. As bad as it sounds, I need Monday not to be canceled.
Just a secret. 19. Ooh. 1 off the max.
Well, we might actually be able to buy more than 1 candy bar this seed.
And there's our first Take Any Cave in the Grave Push. And it is a candle for Opno.
For the vast... Apparently, I'm getting everybody's Mondays now that I said I needed a Monday.
Infinite Mondays. Check.
Every day is a Monday when you work on every Monday. Wait, what? Anyway.
Bombs normal price at level 6. And our runners have converged. Is this the Armoso choice? No, it is a level 7.
Ooh. So a level 7 finding is kind of interesting early. Sidetown's going to elect to just say no. No Point's going to walk in, see that compass.
Oh, shoot.
Walk into the room north, see ropes and wish robes. And we'll probably leave. No is going to leave.
Sidetown may or may not buy some bombs here.
Looks like he's going to.
And won't need that money just right now for a candle because go get this take any over here. No, on to Death Mountain.
You know, the free candle is a flag that I think finds itself underrated a lot of the time because you don't really think about it.
Unless you're gesture.
Yes. Then you just buy the candle anyway. $35 for the mid's pretty good too. Looks like Otno's going to elect to do a little bit more DM. Sidetown will find level 2.
Under a burn bush near start.
It's got the level 8 coloring. The map. It's a, It almost looks like a person with a scarf fluttering in the wind behind them, like the head of a person with their mouth open, and the scarf fluttering in the wind behind them.
It's like a 21-door repair. Hi, Spiky. Guarding No, there's a shutter in that room, so.
Yeah.
It's like I saw the key door to the bottom, but it's like, nope, shuttered behind.
So Chad is saying that either 2 is a weather vane or a bird on a branch.
I go for that.
So our runners really do have the same stuff right now, although Sidetown will have an extra heart. But you would always assume that that's the dungeon heart until you've seen a second heart in the dungeon or a heart in the stair.
Yep.
You never... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, applies level 1 and 2.
Yes. And let's see, another 35 for Opno. Sidetown is hiding away from the danger noodles. Candle shop found, 47 rupees. Not bad, even though we both have a candle on our runners.
It's quite far away from things where that candle shop is.
Oh! That's going to be a death for No Point deep in Death Mountain.
Could have bought the heart.
Sometimes buying the heart is important.
I believe it had rolled down to 8.
There will not be a drop in this room. Sidetown only needs to clear this room if he wants to leave with the 3.5 hearts instead of having 3 hearts. Sidetown is elected to keep the half heart. As No Point finds level 2. Now, on Opno's side, it is a little bit harder to see how many hearts he's got, just because of the color.
He's got 2 right now.
The back wing of 2 is ladder blocked.
Ooh.
That's relevant information.
Spicy. But is the Triforce down here? It is.
Okay. I think Sidetown's going to check this one room. Probably just grab the Triforce and leave, especially with no sword now. Oh, you can get the sword back.
Mm-hmm. Even electing to throw a bomb or 2.
Well, this room is significantly faster to clear with bombs.
Yeah, got a bomb pack back.
Good. And is rewarded with a 5er. So key or ladder is going to be required to go deeper into this too to get the item.
Mm-hmm.
Otno will follow the same path as Sidetown, so technically a little bit behind in terms of Triforces, but a little bit ahead in terms of that West Death Mountain knowledge. So really, it's kind of a wash right now. Sidetown finds another meat store.
Otno says no to that Landmo room.
Nearly left level 2.
Alright, Candle Row. More door pairs.
Apparently you have to pay the old man to direct him to the One Direction concert? Does that make sense?
Doesn't have to.
Hi, Spiky.
Or meat.
So we're going to kind of see the runners retrace each other's steps a little bit here, just from what they had and when they had it. Sidetown might get a couple of more candle spots and finds level 5. He's going to elect not to dig 5 at this point. I'm not entirely sure I agree with this at this moment, only because Sidetown does have a low key count. And 5 does generally tend to be pretty decent about having keys, as long as you're not key blocked in the first couple of rooms. So I could see digging a level 5 here just to try to get your key count up a little bit. But considering that Sidetown is incredibly strong at this game, and I am not, Sidetown's probably right to skip it.
Down to our Forest Armos locations for that. As the Lost Hills ends up just the 86 large. Could have been bigger, but we'll take that.
And I'm just going to elect to skip the Triforce in 2 for now.
Interesting.
Yeah, that I would have gone ahead and just grabbed it so I could record it back and just gambled that recorder's not in 2. But 2's also not far from start at all, so getting back to 2 is pretty easy.
Westtown pretty much spends that entire large secret +1 for a key, and then finds the wand.
Well, the wand is nice.
Mm-hmm. I mean, we do have better swords out there.
Yes, but I mean, in the original,
but the one is nice.
It does not matter if you have better swords or not. You have to find the better swords. If there's a free wand sitting on an Armos, you take it.
And then the Wizard dungeons happen.
Minor detail. I mean, you can get through them with the wand. You just have to, use bombs too. Now, if their sword upgrades were not in effect, then that would be an absolutely amazing find. Instead, it's just an absolutely amazing find. You'll notice where the emphasis is different. Opno Punch probably not going to be too far behind getting to that, as I expect Opno's probably going to head over towards the forest themselves once they're done here. They might take a little bit of a different path than Sidetown is. They may elect to go West Forest Coast over up through East Forest, but it's still not going to be that much of a difference. What will be interesting, as we find a book on the coast, we'll see if Opno Point elects to dig 5. Now, 5 is key blocked, so that makes a very valid reason why you would just leave it immediately. Looks like Sidetown's headed down to South Coast, as Opno's headed straight over towards where the Armos are. I think this makes sense. You go down East Forest and then come back up through West Forest, cut back over. Sidetown did check the coast. It is a book. I need to go ahead and mark that real quick as we find level 6.
Yeah,
hey, look, the wand is useful.
and we can mark the wand for being the armless item. Here's large secret for Opno. See how that gets utilized.
Gonna be a bomb pack for Opno. And probably gonna pick up a key here. No. No key yet. Okay.
Uh,
Oh, and that's a death for Scytown. Neither runner really has good health. Scytown's gonna elect to leave 6 for now. Or just pirouette. And now Opno's gonna elect to get a king.
that gets another key out of this 6.
That does open up potentially 2 and potentially 5, but this is a Wishrobe dungeon, so I don't think Scytown's going to be staying very long.
There's a staircase here. Let's see what it's just
And
guarded by some
ball
masters.
masters.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good guard.
Multi-pass.
Well, where do you go? Let's see. Not... Looks like another person needs directed, and you have to pay them to direct them. Alright, so northeast. That's not terrible.
One screen down. Eliminates a raft spot.
Oh my!
The other, really?
No raft required, but the eddy roads are only half as useful as normal. And it takes out... Wow. Okay.
Wow.
Well...
Yeah, I mean, it gets you to Death Mountain, sure. And I'm gonna say I've never seen both ref spots taken out like that.
Yeah, that's a new one for me too.
I mean, it's pretty often you get that, especially that coast one. It's like, but wow, both.
Yeah, for the game to basically say, hey, don't go get a raft. You don't need it.
And it'll be the white sword item.
Now, Omno Point is elected to go back to 2. We'll see if this ends up paying off. Triforce for Scytown. Scytown's going to elect to go a couple extra rooms. Ooh, hello. Scytown can't go back this way unless this is the recorder, but if this is an item, he can at least get this and then come back by walking. And it's the silver arrows in 6!
Money saving. Slightly required.
Yeah, we haven't invented Zelda 1 Silverless Ganon yet.
Okay, Opno uses the key to get past the key, the bottom of level 2 here.
But there's another locked door.
Mm-hmm.
And also, fighting Gleeok in this room is not easy.
Yeah, it's probably in the top 3 rooms that you don't want to fight a Gleeok in, right?
Yeah, I think this, the Chevy is pretty bad.
In the maze room?
Oh, the maze room's garbage. I would honestly say the maze room's worse than the Chevy. Because at least the Chevy, you have... Well...
Assuming you have a ladder, that is, right?
Right. We're assuming you have ladder to do the Chevy. Scytown gets the Triforce out of 6. Like, if you don't have the ladder, then Chevy is... Enter and hope you don't take a hit and have beam swords. I kind of hope Omno Point's saved, because this might be a key you want to save scum at this stage. The other trouble with Gleeok is they can fire... Oh, that's not good.
Good information, though. On the...
But the Triforce is right here.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah.
The compass does nothing. You had to go through the... Okay, good. He did save.
Yeah. I got mixed up with the Triforce and the second item, which was not that. No. So 2 keys or a ladder. And maybe more keys.
Yes. But Scytown having silvers is a huge advantage to have unless Opno's willing to dig 6, which honestly, Opno may like to just take the Triforce and leave 6.
And I guess we had a prediction going, and the underdog silvers over the bow being found was the winner.
Congratulations to our winners. You receive internet points. Saitan finds level 1. So Saitan really is starting to jet through this seed at very high amounts of velocity.
Another heart.
I would say high amounts of speed, but speed does not imply a direction. Saitan is very clearly heading in the direction of, I'm going to go to 9.
And
but
both
Abno
now.
also finds 1. Now, I do like clearing that. I might not necessarily clear that room because there was a standing drop. You can see Opno's leaving and elects not to use his 1 key. I believe... Actually, his remove most open stairs on. Opno gets wide forced a little bit.
They are... I can check that real quick. Yes, they are.
Okay, then clearing that room actually does make a bit more sense. Both riders get a very quick Triforce and are going to go back in.
Yes, that's a shape.
It's okay. You know it's a square. It's a carpenter's square with like a little thing in the middle. I guess is like a sort of square level, and then a hook on the end, which is probably what you hold it by. And naturally, there is a wall that doesn't bomb, so either that's Zelda's room or that's a corridor stair.
Yeah, Opno's choice of heart coloration is for when you're playing Oko. Not that anybody wants to play Oko.
Wait, this game has an Oko mode?
Uh-huh.
But why?
Because there's certain people that, well, they make poor decisions.
And it looks like we have potentially a bow block, potentially a ladder block here in 1. Saitan's thinking about this a little bit. Probably not very happy to see that. Good use of the bomb there by Opno. Really, right now, the difference between these two runners is Saitan having done level 6. Hi, that's a tutor.
Yep. We could have an optional flag of maybe some second quest doors.
Yes, please. Second quest doors are good.
Alright, both runners with the recorder now.
But no stair as of yet. That means that we are ladder blocked from the stair item in level 1. That's only slightly concerning. So now where do we want to put the ladder?
8?
Okay. And we'll put the blue boomerang as that ladder blocked item. Saitan's going to go ahead and take the potion here. Not surprising at all, to be perfectly honest. If the white sword item is 6 hearts, Saitan will find his way to another heart, but until he confirms that it's 6 hearts, he's perfectly comfortable on 5, and it lets him get sword beams faster. Level 4 has been found. And the odds of white sword on white sword are pretty low. Not as low as if Pirate Shuffle was on, but they're reasonably low. Hi, Gomer Pile. For what it's worth, I say just take the number of hearts that you're comfortable with, and you go from there. Potentially another bill blocked item. Opno finds 6.
That down, taking out a Dig Dogger, and does not push the block. Well, tries to push the block, it just doesn't push.
It will be interesting to see if Opno elects to go for looking for the item here or sees the Triforce and bolts. Gonna get a map. Good thing the wand is in hand. This looks like a low-res model of, or a low-res sprite of a Bellsprout.
And a little bit of pause on Opno's side. Hopefully it's not the connection that badly.
Seeing a
Oh,
lot
there
of
we are.
suggestions for Captain Hook's hand. We are back with Opno taking a death in the Blue Wizard room. Not unexpected, given that it's Blue Wizards, and Opno's going to elect to leave. Cannot blame him at all. Scytown will elect to go ahead and pick up the heart there. That'll put him up to 6, guaranteeing the white sword item will be able to be picked up if he's able to find it. You see, that's why Scytown will take the potion there, because he figures, okay, fighting another heart in a dungeon's not terrible, especially with the dungeons left. Plus, again, he's perfectly comfortable running on 5 hearts. Because they say the only hit that matters is the one that kills you. All the other hits are irrelevant. Beautiful clock for Scytown.
Takes out those wizards. And
But no push block immediately. Assuming there's no wall master in the room, that means that is not the stair. Scytown is going to go ahead and check for a wall master sighting. No wall masters.
yeah, because I think the wall masters are in this enemy set.
I think so too. Scytown's going to try to use some bombs to cut down the number of wish robes. So be a little careful, as he will take 4 hearts of damage from a wish robe being here. It's key for his efforts. And then the room below is not an item. Doesn't leave a whole lot of options left for Scytown.
We passed by a Triforce room already.
Yes.
Okay. Taking it at the 2Q3.
No, we'll go ahead and take another heart. Looks like Scytown has seen all the dungeons, so it's probably just a gum up somewhere in a room that we can't kill.
Well, all the ones we've seen.
Yeah. Now Scytown's going to head back to 5. I believe we're missing 3, 7, 8, and 9.
Hello, Triforce.
Quick and easy. And Scytown's just going to leave 5, not even going to bother checking for an item in there.
Or some when he has to. He has got a recorder.
And that is pretty common for some... That is a strat that some runners take, is they'll just get their Triforces first and then go back to dungeons after they have determined that they need to.
Magical sword up in the Lost Hills.
And I don't believe we have important items in 9 on, so they will have to come back to a dungeon at some point to get the bow. Just
Correct.
a matter of when. Now about to find level 4 and just a couple of screens. Otno's going to elect to take a potion here, sitting on 6 hearts. Now let's see if Scytown elects to take anything out of this cave.
It's out of the way. He'll take a heart. Nope, I'm wrong.
Saving that potion for later in the event that he needs it. And again,
yeah, it is low money, so I guess it's It's not really near anything, though.
Well, also, it's less hearts needed to get back to sword beams. That's the other thing about choosing to just go on the low hearts, is it's less hearts to get to swords, so... Honestly, Sidetown's probably just never going to take anything out of that cave. It's just going to be left there forever.
Yep.
It's probably this Goma room below the Dig Dogger that has the item. Sidetown will now see the Any Roads makes the raft obsolete. Yeah, this room. That's probably the item in 4. Oh, no, getting told one does not simply walk into level 9 and is going to get the map. Does manage to keep the sword.
Run! Alright.
And this seed apparently uses cookies. And look at that, it's a white sword, white sword.
Oh, man. Opno died on that screen, right?
Twice.
Twice. Oh, that's painful.
So, Sidetown is not picking up hearts at this point. I don't know if he'll necessarily go out of his way to avoid hearts to get sword beams faster, but he's definitely not going any bit out of his way to pick them up. And again, the logic behind... Maybe I'm wrong. You may, but knowing that... Just having watched Sidetown enough, he's generally very comfortable on 5-6 hearts, and that lets him get sword beam really quickly if he does up A. And he does value the sword beams more than he does the extra hit or two, because with the sword beams, you just don't take as many hits because you don't have to get up close and personal nearly as much. So that's why I'm saying I don't expect we're going to see many more, if any more, hearts out of Sidetown at this point. Just based on his comfort level as a runner, and again, there is logic to saying, okay, well, I don't want to go ahead and load up on hearts and then have it take forever to get back to beams. Oh, great adventure start with the clean map. Sidetown's going to take a save. This could be a play back to level 2. This could also just be looking for more dungeons.
Picking this recorder spot.
And I think considering the... Well, there's level 8.
So we're just missing level 3 now.
We found 7?
Yeah, it was It was Power Bracelet Armos.
That's right. That's right. I apologize, folks, that I forgot. Sidetown will probably continue with only checking items as they're on the way until he gets to the point where he can enter 9, and then he'll have to look for the bow, or if a Goma blocks him anywhere.
We could say level 3s might be an arrest spot, but oh wait, Any Roads.
I'm gonna put it level 3s at a river spot that requires a ladder.
Ooh.
And the ladder will be deep in this 8.
Yeah.
Opno gets the Triforce out of 4. And I believe that's only Opno's second.
Yeah. Did not stay in 6 as long as Sidetown did, and in the strange not get of the level 2 Triforce.
Yeah. Looks like we're going to see Opno going to 5. We'll see if Opno elects to dig it more than Sidetown did. A little bit of technical difficulties over on Sidetown side, folks, but nothing too major, I don't think.
Opno decides to bypass the Triforce and keep on edge.
And it looks like I don't see anything new in Sidetown's inventory, necessarily. At least nothing obvious, like a red ring or an any key. I haven't seen silvers show up on the scroll yet. That's a bomb upgrade that's never getting purchased. It may well have been a transport. As we have a potential stair here on Opno's side. Park container for Sidetown. Did like to pick that one up, so I apparently am wrong. In that, well, that one wasn't really in the way either, but again, I know Sidetown has mentioned that sometimes he does consider picking up more hearts, so maybe I'm wrong and just thinking in an old school mindset. Okay, there must have been some item picked up, because based on the push blocks that Sidetown has had, unless we found only both halves of the other transport, I'm guessing Sidetown has picked up some kind of item in this 8, and we just didn't see what it was. Getting a little bit deeper into 5 here for Opno. Got to pick up a couple of keys, which could become a relevant factor if any keys in 9. Sidetown only on 2, Opno now on 6. Might be 5 after this Dig Dogger, but we'll see. Another potential bow block here in 8.
It's probably here.
If this is the ladder.
Nah, I'm thinking that the bow is somewhere else in this dungeon.
Ooh. Like Opno is going to like to try to open that door, is able to do so. This is a lot. You are logically expected to be able to damage boost through this room in not Oko seats. Gets a Gleok on 7 keys. Going to go ahead and spend potentially one or more. Potential stair here. Sidetown still digging out the slot a little bit. Still looking for the Triforce though. Opno will find the magical key in 5. Okay, now that's interesting. Keys could very easily be a factor at 9. And if you're on Team Opno, that's the kind of thing that you want to see Opno get, is something that's not necessarily required, where Sidetown is not as likely to go back for it unless he's having trouble finding the bow. But it could be very nice to have and could lead to a whole lot of headaches later on in the scene.
So Triforce out of 5 for Opno, as well as that magical key.
The biggest problem for Opno is if Opno elects not to dig 6, he's not going to dig 6 until it is time to go to 9. And by time to go to 9, I mean time to leave 9 because you found both items.
And now Opno is also in this level 8. But the Opno with that magical key in this level 8 may elect some different pathing. I mean, Sidetown has enough keys that you shouldn't be too shy of key doors, but...
I mean, I have to talk about how level 9's pathing can change based on keys, but level 8 also has a significant amount of key pathing that can be taken into account. Potential stair here for Sidetown.
Speaking of things that affect pathing, Opno got a nice pack of bombs on the floor. Gets up to 5.
And I'm waiting to see if Sidetown pauses as we find a bow in 8. That's okay.
Nailed it.
So, Sidetown will not be going back to any level that he's gotten a Triforce out of.
Except, well, depends on whether or not he needs that ladder.
He won't be going back to any level he's gotten the Triforce out of until he needs that ladder. I mean, okay, he might go to 4 because he knows exactly where the item is, and the item is close to the starting spot. But I don't think he's going to go back to... Well, he's certainly not going to go back to 2 for a ladder. There's no reason to until you can full clear that dungeon out. Or you know that the ladder's in 2 by process of elimination. I don't see Sidetown digging 5 pretty much ever. But if Opno leaves 8 without the bow, that's going to be a huge, huge factor. As long as Opno is able to stick around an 8 and get this bow out of 8, Opno will be fine.
If you still need an item, do you dig 5 or 7 first, though?
You'll probably dig 5 first. But at that point, we're assuming ladders in 7, which is a very valid assumption. And Opno's leaving 8, probably from lack of bombs.
Gonna kill some blue moblins here.
One of the things that I see Opno is struggling with a little bit is sometimes you just have to commit to a dungeon, even if it's a large dungeon. And to be fair, Opno has been good at committing to some of the moderate-sized dungeons. But at some point, you kind of just have to buckle up, for lack of a better term.
6 and 8. Yeah, 6 and 8. Sightdown's dug him.
And you also got to be willing to force bombs. I think that's one of the keys to, like, let's be perfectly clear. Forcing bombs is not going to be required ever to beat a seed that isn't swordless. But
it can save so much time.
Right. And some of this is just Sidetown has found the right order to the seed. Like, from Opno's standpoint, why would I dig a 6 when I still have 1, 2, and 3 on the table? Why would I dig an 8 when I still have 1, 2, and 3 on the table? Okay, you know what? I get that. Sometimes digging the large dungeons doesn't pay off at all. Sometimes it pays off hugely.
And don't forget, we got Opno does have the 5 Triforce.
Right.
Thank you.
Yep. But sometimes the seed is just structured such that you gotta commit to the larger dungeons perhaps earlier than you might want to, without all the stuff you might want to have. Fun fact, you can't actually hit the doggers from behind.
The Gomas. It still shows the iframe animation flashing, but it actually doesn't damage the Goma when you shoot it from behind.
Similar to the bomb's Dark Knight interaction when you have the bomb facing the wrong way. I'm half expecting tornadoes to show up on some of these whistle spots because I'm so used to Mixed Quest.
But they're all going to open up in the second quest.
Yes. So I'm still not finding a Triforce yet out of 8. So if you're on Team Opno, the biggest thing that could help Opno right now is Sidetown having a lot of key issues. In 9.
That's Triforce at a level 8 for Sidetown. 2 more to go.
I believe we only saw 1 item.
Yes. Opno going back to 7.
It's an interesting but not terrible play to make.
It's time.
7 of the 3 large dungeons, 7 is actually generally the smallest. Of course, it's full of wizards, because, you know, that's how this game rolls. Sidetown's still looking for level 3, which we have not seen on either runner side yet, and may well be power bracelet blocked. Could be ladder blocked. Could be under a recorder spot that we just haven't been to, such as East Death Mountain. Could just be on East Death Mountain, under, like, the open cave.
Mm-hmm.
Map 7.
Not segmented.
This looks like a dude balancing a dagger on his knee.
This is the type of dungeon you want a really good transport.
Wait, hold on. We had the Jester's shoe for level 1, and now we have the Jester himself balancing a dagger on his knee. This is perfect. Thankfully, the compass shows that it's over near the bottom of the knee is the Triforce.
What a rude shoot room there.
Well, that could be problematic.
Oh, shoot room into a Chevy.
What a seed. The game really is just... It's honestly just weird. Like, the seed is just kind of weird. It's a perfect seed if you like to gamble on your large dungeons, though.
Well, you gotta have that quarter out of one to do anything in the seed. Got two dungeons blocked by that.
One of which happens to have your bow. Sidetown may elect to go ahead and go into 7 here because it's right here and it's on the way, which I think would be a reasonable play to make. That is exactly what Sidetown is going to do. Now, Sidetown does have the white sword advantage in this level compared to Opno. Very important. And Opno's doing a lot more of the spawn manipulation.
Sidetown gets the map. We can, so it knows where not to bomb.
Sidetown probably will go straight to the Triforce here. Red Candle in 7 does not help Opno at all.
Candle boosting.
Does not help Opno find more levels. Although Sidetown elected not to use the key, so he's going to be a little bit slower finding that compass. And potentially may actually have a little bit of a longer trek to the Triforce. So, based on where Opno was up near the top part of the dungeon, I think up-egging would actually just be a faster way to get back to the Triforce versus open the key door. Because when you're doing the up-A thing, you're trying to minimize the amount of walking you need to do to get to your Triforce. Sidetown has now seen the compass in that room, and we'll go get it.
Yeah, Opno getting stuck in that Chevy room below just helps him out because he got that compass early.
Sidetown is going to see where the Triforce is, start immediately making his way there.
Yeah, Spiky required.
Poor Spiky. Although is it a more humane killing than what you do to the Oracle of Seasons, Spiky?
Actually, never got around to seasons. I did ages.
Oh, level 3 found for Sidetown on Death Mountain, so Sidetown's definitely not going to be digging anything else out. This is actually good for Opno, though. Or, sorry, Opno finds 3 first. Because Opno's going to finish up 3 here, then just has to do 6, 8, and go back to 2. The problem, of course, being that Opno has to dig both 8 and 6. Honestly, if Opno does 6 before 8, that's actually probably for the better.
Yeah, you want to find the silver before the bow every time if you can, because it just takes 9 digging off the table.
Opno may also elect to go look for the white sword item first, just because, that could very easily be what he's looking for. I'm a little curious what's going to be in this 3. Now, that potion, Sidetown, I think, will come back for, given its close proximity to level 3. That's a quick whistle to get back to. Level 3 found for Sidetown. Item is pretty quick in. What does this need to be for Opno? It needs to be... Actually, that's pretty good. That's actually very good. So, here's the thing. I don't think Sci-Town is necessary... That's unfortunate that Sci-Town left the bomb on the floor. I don't think Sci-Town's necessarily super likely to skip this item because of how close to the Triforce it is. If he does skip it, like, I could see both ways where Sci-Town says, I've got everything I need, I'm just going to skip it and gamble on Ladderless. And where Sci-Town says, okay, it's one room. It's one of those things that I can't really predict. And from Sci-Town's point of view, I could understand both decisions. I do think I align more with check the one room past the Triforce just because it's there. But we'll see what he elects to do with it.
And if you Y-Force...
I was going to pick up a heart.
And a Y-Force could come into play.
Sci-Town does like to pick up the Triforce. We'll see if he goes back in.
I don't see it.
That's going to be a no, head to 9.
Yep.
So, the best case scenario for Obna right now is a ladder blocked... It's kind of a ladder blocked 9, but on the other hand, if 9 is ladder blocked, Sci-Town's immediately going to head back to level 3. Because that's the easiest dungeon, and the smallest one left.
But if Zelda's in a Chevy...
If Zelda's in a Chevy... Sci-Town still heads to 3 before anything else. Maybe goes and tries that wing at 2, but 3 is much more consistent. The other thing that Sci-Town has to watch is his key count. He's only got 4 keys coming in. If this is a key-heavy 9, that could be problems for Sci-Town. Nine already has kind of a weird start. I would say health is a factor, but given Sci-Town's level of ability to execute, health is probably not going to be a huge factor. It could still be a factor. I just don't think it's going to be as big of a factor as one might think. Sci-Town's doing a check and would like not to poke his head into the stair just yet. Probably just marking that, okay, there's a potential stair in this room, but I'm going to leave it, which does actually make a lot of sense if you're just looking for Ganon. Which, oh, by the way, here's Ganon.
In a moat.
Oh, in a river room, okay. Or a moat room, rather. Okay, this is interesting. So, Sci-Town has to be very careful. That's kind of the position that Ganon needs to... Oh.
Yeah, no ring. It's easy to take a hug.
And Ganon does have to be in that very low position, because if Sci-Town kills Ganon while he's too far up, the Triforce will spawn into the river such that... Or the moat such that he can't get it.
Oh, look,
Raft is in 2.
Yep. Don't need that one.
Yeah. A bit unfortunate. Red Ring probably would have been the best case scenario for Otna Point.
But he had to come back to this Triforce anyway, so it was only 2 rooms out of the way.
Right. Sci-Town does have a red potion here, and can get a potion right next to 3 if needed. Again, this is kind of a tricky Ganon kill, because you have to get him in the correct spot when you kill him. And you can't actually stunlock him when you're doing this. Well, you can stunlock the first 7 hits, but you cannot stunlock that final hit. If you do, you won't be able to pick up the Triforce of Power. Sci-Town... leaving 9 a little bit. Probably going to go get some health. So you see Opno doing some HUD clipping. But Opno might be soft. Yeah, Hopno. Hopno! That's what happens when you say Opno enough. It morphs into Hopno. Going to 6. This is good. If Opno digs 6 before 8, this is what he needs to do. It will also prevent Opno from digging 4. Sci-Town may actually go to 4 first here, if he needs a ladder. Just because he knows exactly where that item is in 4, it's very close to start. It's a very quick check if he's wrong. So the opportunity cost I'm checking for first is extremely low right now.
But Saitan's just going back to 9.
Yes. Well, Sidetown does not necessarily need a ladder to kill Ganon in the moat room. Omno is going to go ahead and get the book to have the maps. Which, honestly, is not a bad idea, given you have 6 and 8 left. Just get your maps so that you can kind of see where you're going. The book fire isn't that big of a deal to deal with, honestly. And a lot of times you can fling the wand shot to throw it out of the way. Sidetown coming in with full health now. Does also have double potion. And Sidetown does have to be careful with his positioning on where Ganon is killed. I think if you kill Ganon in that position, you're fine. Because you have the half tile you can walk on. Level 6 is pretty small. That is not a good position. That's not going to work.
That would have been definitely
Actually, that might work. But Sidetown's not going to chance it. He's going to go ahead and potion. He's going to go ahead and kill Ganon. That is a good position. Ganon goes down. Sidetown does not need a ladder for that. Does not absolve him of needing ladder entirely, though.
And there was a moat room right next door, but it is not Zelda.
So Zelda Chevy, Zelda Moat are the two worst options. Zelda Tea Room also gets interesting because if Zelda's in a tea room, how you get to that room to the south of her is very important. I personally am rooting for Chevy or Moat, Zelda. Double River with only side entrances, okay, Double River with top-bottom would also work. Single River with only top would work. Important items in 9 is not on. So if Sidetown finds that he's ladder blocked, he's going to have to leave. Keys also could be a concern for Sidetown, down to 2. Omno is digging 6.
Yeah, like he's reluctant to go to the right there because of the key.
But Sidetown's going to have to take the key door here. Might even have to start taking some stairs here in the near future. And Omno, I believe, is near where the silvers were. As long as Omno is willing to dig past the Triforce, because the Triforce was on the way. And not even a stair for Sidetown. Omno's going to elect a potion early. Not a terrible idea. Yeah, I think this room is the Triforce, and one room up is the silvers. Omno is going to dig a little bit. Okay, this is good. This is also consistent with how he's been playing the seed, is dig a couple of rooms around the Triforce. This is going to pay off in spades, because that's going to get him the silvers, and that's really what's going to help him out so much. And he can actually have a faster walk back to the Triforce in Sidetown, picking up just that ever slightest bit of time, which in a situation like this matters a whole heck of a lot. Because if Sidetown has to go back and find the ladder, that's just time for Omno to use to keep going. And I think at this point, Omno knows that the bow has to be an 8 by process of elimination. It can't be in 4.
Sidetown does get another key, but then runs into a horizontal shoot.
So this race is certainly not over by any means. And Ganon was pretty quick in 9, so Omno will have that and probably have an easier time with a Ganon fight because he doesn't have to do the positioning that Sidetown did. Omno is not going to dig 4 under any circumstances. First item in 9, it's a boomerang. Omno's gonna go back to 1 here. Okay, this is fine. Why is it fine? It's quick. It's right nearby. If you can dig 1 and get your required item out of 1 and not have to dig 8, you take that. That's a reasonable gamble to make. The opportunity cost here in 1 is pretty low compared to being wrong on 8 and having to come back to 1 afterwards. So, this is a perfectly fine play to make, and I think both of us would do this if we were the ones running the seed. At least I would.
Skytown takes the first transport we suspected and gets a little bit to the lower left and doesn't get very far.
Skytown's out of bombs.
Yeah.
That's not insignificant here.
Yeah, it's not a great dungeon layout for trying to force some more bombs, but Opno gets
one.
That's going to make the Ganon fight super smooth.
As long as Opno is able to get the bow and Triforce out of 8 in a reasonable time frame, these little things that Opno is picking up could end up being huge factors in 9, because Opno's not going to have to worry as much about health, already has a red potion, doesn't need to worry about the Moat Room Ganon shenanigans.
And Opno did get the Triforce out of 6, I believe.
Okay, it was just the spare heart, Nate.
Yep. So, let's see, we got...
Well, that's good. That prevents Sidetown from ever going back to 8, because Sidetown definitely saw that item.
So, Red Ring was in 1. That means that we're double rank in 9.
Well, hold on. Oh, yeah, because Power Bracelet has to be in 4. Because it can't be in 9.
Exactly.
I will fill that in as the tracker does. It's running it seems to be running a little bit slower for me tonight, so it's taking a little while for it to acknowledge that I pushed the button, even though it's coming up on screen pretty quick. Sidetown's back into 9 with 4 bombs. I don't think this is a bad idea. Buy the bombs 1 pack at a time. You might get bomb drops in there. You might be able to force bombs while you're in there. And Opno Point's heading in the direction of the Triforce, but should know his bow is here and knows he needs to dig it out. Also, you can't go this way without a bow.
Yeah, so Sidetown did confirm that we cannot bomb out of Ganon's room.
Opno has a blue potion. Okay. Honestly, on 9 hearts, Red Ring blue potion's pretty much enough. I believe this was the transport stair in 8. Yes, and Opno is going to elect to take it. Sidetown having the potion on the left Molas. Sidetown now out of potions, but again, has easy access to 1 over by level 3, and has inconvenient access to 1 at vanilla 2Q3. I believe the bow's nearby this area, but again, Opno should know the bow's in here, so he's not going to leave without it. In fact, I believe this is it. Opno's going to be at 9 very soon. This race just got a whole lot closer.
Yeah, the advantages Opno has, as you said earlier, are just going to be huge.
And the other thing is, Sidetown's out of keys now and has had to leave 9 to get bombs. If Opno's able to manage his resources better, that could end up being a key difference maker. As long as Opno's able to find the Triforcinate relatively quickly. And, oh, by the way, if Sidetown finds Zelda and Zelda's not ladder blocked, Sidetown still will go ahead and be able to finish, but this is a lot closer than it might have looked a couple of minutes ago.
We're able to keep on going this direction. There's Zelda room with no Zelda, of course, because there's a bomb room.
Well, Zelda did leave and close up the door, close up the wall behind her, so good on her for doing that. Kind of hid that fact from Ganon for a little bit. And I think Opno's really handled this back half very well. Once he kind of figured out, okay, this is where my dungeons are, this is kind of where I need to go.
And there's our other ring.
Yep. Confirming the knowledge. I really do think Opno has handled the later end of this seeding quite well and has really done a lot of effort to catch back up to where Sidetown is. May even surpass, depending on the resources. But he's done a very good job at the second portion of the seed. Really, the middle game was where they kind of diverged, but it started to come back together. Yeah, the Triforcinate was not necessarily free. It was kind of the top center area. Sidetown's taking some time to think a little bit. Or is,
might be frozen again. Yeah,
might be frozen.
Because see the right button input on the bottom left. Got it to the top left of the map now.
Yep. Still not quite any signs of Zelda.
And more key doors. But he has up to 2 right now.
Two keys is not great, but it is passable, depending on the layout. Opno's still looking for the Triforce here in level 8. And it was kind of in the top center of the map, so Opno's going to spend a little bit of time looking for that. But Sci-Town also had a pretty long level 8 looking for the Triforce, so that's kind of a wash. And Opno is headed in the correct direction to get it. Sci-Town's now jumping in every stair he sees. Opno might actually be, like, 1 or 2 rooms away now.
Oh, that didn't go very far for that transport.
And Triforce out of 8. Now, I haven't seen Sci-Town be ladder blocked yet, but he's out of bombs once more. And also with no potion, may elect to warp to 3 to go pick up the potion. As Opno's headed over towards level 9 with Red Ring, ladder, and any key in his pocket, as well as a full complement of bombs. This is... The resource management right now is the thing that's killing Sci-Town the most. Sci-Town has already killed Ganon. Was able to get Ganon down in the correct spot of the moat room. Looks like Sci-Town's headed up over, going towards the forest. Is this his closest bomb shop?
The only other one I remember is level 6.
Oh, yeah, this is the closest one. That's pretty ugly.
Yeah, I think that's the semi-rare shop.
And Sci-Town is going to go ahead and save here. That's going to allow him to do more stuff. Does Sci-Town? I don't think Sci-Town knows where Zelda is yet.
No, we don't. We haven't seen any sign of it. You know, we have that horizontal chute.
Right. We hear Ganon from this room for Opno. Opno's probably going to go back and take that key door now.
Yeah, it's Ganon's right below that room. You gotta go around because can't bomb into Ganon's room.
And Opno is going to go ahead and check this door just in case, even though the Gleeok Roar and Ganon's were the exact same. But look at that. And now Opno has free reign to do this Ganon fight however he pleases. Even with a blue potion, that's still plenty enough. Especially with Red Ring.
Yeah, he's only down 1.5 hearts, and with the Red Ring, that's more than enough. And doesn't have to worry about positioning, because ladder to be able to get the Triforce, we got bacon already.
So now it's just a race to Zelda for these two. And honestly, outside of some exploration in 9 for Sci-Town, these two are pretty close to each other. Like, really almost neck and neck. Which again, if you looked at this race a couple of minutes ago, you would say, well, Sci-Town is very much ahead. But Opno's done, again, a really good job of pulling this thing right back to a dead heat. Ganon was found first of the two. And Opno maybe a little bit more willing to spend some keys here, because again, Opno does have that any key.
Alright, confirming where that second staircase led to for Sci-Town. Ooh, does not bomb south here. That's
interesting.
I think we're going to go to the right here and try to bomb.
This bomb's north for Opno. I believe Sci-Town's been up here already.
This goes to the chute.
Yeah, that's the chute. Opno may like to go ahead and just, he's going to like to clear this room and just take the stair. Probably take the stair here.
Alright, it does bomb to the right. No Zelda there.
Sci-Town probably really wanted that door to open.
I know. It's like, oh, look. No.
Try again from the start. And if Zelda's ladder blocked, I mean, well, Sci-Town will probably be very unhappy with this scene.
Last key for Sci-Town again. Being used right here. This is the...
That's the chute.
Yep.
Or a chute. That's not the same chute, though. Why not? It
is.
But no door! Oh, but the compass! Sci-Town can see where Zelda is, but needs a path.
Let's see. I've been mapping this out. There's a couple of rooms that might be able to bomb from in the southwest, but
Opno was in the general area right there.
yeah.
Oh man, Sidetown could still pull this out. Really just depends on how you get to Zelda. But Opno is not far. But without that compass, Opno's got no way of knowing that that's up there.
I don't think. Yeah. This is his return.
Okay.
Alright, this is a new bomb for Sidetown.
Opno's gonna check these walls. Okay, you can go to the left. That doesn't get you closer to Zelda, but it does get you more 9 if you're Opno, which is important. You need more 9.
Yeah, this is a dead end right here for Opno, because up is Zelda's room.
No, not this room.
For Opno, we're going to Zelda's.
Oh, Zelda's original room, not Zelda's actual room where she is. Okay.
Exactly, yes.
Bad Zelda's room.
Yes, the one that has the bad walls around it.
I'm still waiting for Fred to put in impassable doors. Okay, you cannot bomb that way. And Sidetown doesn't have a key! Sidetown doesn't have a key to check for a path to Zelda there! Okay, let's see. Can you go to the right? Okay, you can go to the right, but you gotta clear this Blue Darko room. Sidetown does not have a potion, needs to be a little careful here.
Are either of these rooms? Either of these rooms rivers?
If there's a ladder block anywhere in amongst this, then Sidetown has to leave 9, and that's gonna throw it right into Opno's corner. Okay, there's a turnstile. So Sidetown has to get this clip to be able to get in, and gets the clip.
And get your... Yeah, go ahead.
With the clip, get your GGs in chat. Sidetown finishing in secondary place. Let me explain that. All right, so Chess Jerk finished in first with a 106, 20. TA 909 and Sidetown both finished with a 1:11:12 as the official time.
Wow, GG's.
According to the racetime.gg room, Sidetown finished in third, but they're, as far as I'm concerned, they're tied.
In a race, in a tournament race, that would be a. We're going to the counting frames.
Yeah, that's a frame count situation if you ever saw one. And no bombs for out, no point. No.
You know, mark Sidetown.
Yeah, I probably should. We will not have an interview from Sidetown tonight.
Oh, alright.
But Opno's going to get some bombs. We'll likely be done within the next couple of minutes here, because Zelda was kind of centrally located. Just a little bit of a quirky path to get to her.
We do have in the race room voices saying that CJ will be making the 16 hearts mandatory. Oh wait, can't do that.
I mean, he could make it where we start with 16 hearts.
But then there'd be no hunt for the heart. He wouldn't do that.
Or he could make it fun % and ask for a seed specifically rolled to be all heart sprites. I think you would, and then you get all of the hearts.
What? Oasis, why would fun % be vetoed?
Yeah, we just want to pick up our heart bombs and our heart candle and our heart wand and our heart and our heart recorder and the heart meringue. People can finish fun %. You just pick up all the items.
Although technically, I don't think you can really do the hearts like that. I don't think it's an option because it's a double heart. It's a double width sprite.
Okay, so we get half hearts for everything, like the ladder. Problem solved. Let's pick up all the half hearts. Although my favorite is still Fun Percent when everything rolls meat.
The original Fun Percent.
That would be an interesting flag, or I guess a drop-down option is, you can pick which sprite you want to be for your Fun Percent. So if you have Fun Percent, it's like, oh, I want everything to be a meat. I want everything to be a book. I want everything to be a wand.
But one thing, Saitown did almost full clear this 9. There was only just probably about 5 or 6 rooms that he didn't get to.
Yeah. And Amno has been all around Zelda's room. Except on the side that has the path.
Yeah, the unfortunate thing is the staircase that takes you from the bottom left to the top left, unfortunately, it doesn't bomb down because of the old man there. Oh, he only took he didn't even go very far, probably was out of bombs at the time.
Right.
So, hasn't been able to explore from the north. And we got another finisher, Ryan 7, finishing with a 1:15.41, good for 4th place.
GG's. So Amno's now kind of doing the stair dance of 9.
Yep. Take this staircase, takes you to the top left, and from there you gotta kind of curl around to get to the old man room or the turnstile cliff.
Yeah. But with the Eddie key in hand, I mean, Amno's going to be able to just go
Depends
through
on which
that
way you
door.
come from. Because I guess a logical way would be to go through that bomb hole into the turnstile, go push it the normal way, go up through the key door into the old man room, come back down, and
yes.
be one logical way.
If you're coming from the left.
Right. Correct from the left. Right, not that way.
I mean, Amno doesn't know any better. From Amno's standpoint, I mean, Zelda being up in this little tiny area would make sense.
Mm-hmm. That's the other end of the staircase that goes to the room to the right, for where Amno is now. But this does bomb to the right to get to the shoot room,
which will get him a compass, which he'll definitely be very appreciative of.
I think it was through the key door for the compass. Yeah.
Yeah, it was through the key and through the chute.
Yep, there it is. We'll take those bombs.
Yeah.
Yeah, normal HP on everything tonight, so yeah, you know that those arrows are gonna kill those virus right out.
Yep.
How many rooms are we gonna jump ahead?
I guess 3, maybe 4. Oh, nope, only 1. Oh, hold on. Hold the phone. Okay.
Alright. Bombing down. Gotta clear this room.
Yeah. But this room's honestly not that bad with Red Ring. You just kind of base tank it.
Mm-hmm. Down to 3 hearts.
go to this direction. Then
Here's the old man.
gonna jump down through the key door and see that there is a path.
Door opens up. Pushes the turnstile and gets your GGs out for Opno Point. Finishing second on Restream and good for 6th place overall with a 119.17. Beaten out by Eat My Steel in 5th with a 117.05.
And again, really good effort from Opno to try to close that gap up at the end. I forgot to mark that Opno had a bow this whole time. It might be helpful, because I don't think you can stab Ganon with the silvers. Just thought. And as we were speaking, Mako finished in 7th place with a 120.37.
And welcome to the booth. Opno Point won last week. And how'd you feel about this week with the new change of extra bosses?
Yeah, there was quite a bit more bosses than the one practice suit I did with those flags. So many dig doggers.
Yes, yeah, that recorder was definitely used a lot.
Yeah,
yes.
I think there were 2 Triforces blocked by dig doggers.
2 Triforces, well, technically 3 if you count level 8 being recorder block, but that's not a dig dogger. Until we get dig doggers on the overworld, then it gets really fun.
Yeah, it was kind of rough to die twice on West Death Mountain and finding out that screen had the white sword cave with the white sword. It was pretty sad.
That was.
And then I ran out of bombs in level 9.
So, Opno, have you ever seen a seed where you got any roads to both raft locations?
No, I think it's the first time I've ever seen that.
That was amazing.
Then I almost picked up the raft in level 2.
Like, oh wait.
So, probably the biggest difference was Sidetown dug 6 and 8 early. If that had not been discussed, I apologize. I was a little bit distracted. Something needed my attention. Sidetown had the bow and silvers earlier on, but never got the ladder, the Eddie key, or the red ring. And we were concerned that Zelda was going to be in a Chevy pursuit.
Huh.
Yeah, Sidetown was just kind of Triforce and go for pretty much the whole seed and just found the correct items, but resource management in 9 just sucked up a ton of time for him. Had to leave a couple times to get bombs, ran out of keys in a couple of places, had to get the clip in the turnstile room to get through because he didn't have any keys going towards Zelda.